You know it's a good day when you're making empanadas from scratch.
Savory beef filling encased in a golden crust.
Made even better with a little chimichurri sauce. Trust us, folks, after one bite, you're gonna say,
"Don't cry for me, Argentina." That's so wrong.
Wow, that's so wrong. It's almost right. Any chance we can get to put a little musical theater that get a reference in there? I don't even know what that's about. But let's get started on this meat filling.
You guys, these are amazing.
They are.
I could eat like 80 of them.
And we have. Okay, I've got 2 tablespoons of pork lard, and we'll talk a little more about that if you don't have pork lard, but it's so good. And to this, I am going to add
a lot of onions.
A lot of onion. You're going to think, wow, that's very oniony, but there's a reason that we do this. It's 2 large onions that I've diced, and that's like 3 cups of onion. You're going to want to go with a lot of onion, and we'll explain why in just a moment. We're going to let this go.
It all works out.
It all works out. There's a reason for everything.
Yes.
So I'm going to cook these until they get really, really soft, about 8 to 10 minutes. Okay, so these have been going about 9 minutes. You don't want to brown them, but they're nice and tender. Now we're going to add, this is a pound of 80% lean beef. And so now let me talk a little bit why we're using so many onions. These empanadas are Argentinian style. Now we
hence, don't cry for me, Argentina.
Right, hence that we had to get that in somehow. So we are. Let me just say, we always say this: we are not from Argentina. We love the Argentinian food. We love Argentinian people, and we've studied this quite a bit. And this is our version of it. Let us know, you Argentinians out there, what we're doing wrong, or let us know what we're doing right.
Right.
But so it's traditionally you want the filling to be really juicy. So usually when you ground beef or you cook beef, you're going to get rid of the excess, the rendered grease. Yeah. We're not going to do that this time. We want all of those onions to soak up that rendered grease, and it just makes it really juicy. It doesn't taste greasy. It's just amazingly delicious.
Amazing.
So anyway, all right. So now you're going to make some dough, right?
Y'all, the Loon is making dough.
So everyone gather around the TV. Go get the kids. This should be fun.
Yeah, gather around the TV. You're such a boomer. All right. So I've got 3/4 a cup of flour, but I'm not going to do that yet. I want to get
you've got 3 cups of flour.
Oh, sorry, 3 cups. I've got 3/4 a cup of warm water, and I'm going to put this into this egg. Oh wait, I'm going to do
the egg yolk in there.
Yeah.
Okay, it's fun.
It's all
so that's warm water. By warm water, we just stuck it in the microwave. Just you don't want it boiling, and
I just need this egg mixture to go into the flour.
Yeah, and
so
that's
I want to do this first.
Yeah.
Look at that. All right. So I got that done. So I've got 3 cups of flour, and I've got a teaspoon of salt. Throw that in there, and I'm going to mix that together, and then we've got a running theme here. I've got 3/4 a cup of pork lard. And I'm just going to pour that in there.
So while he's doing that, and I know we're all mesmerized by that, but let's talk a little bit about pork lard. So pork lard, there is a ton of flavor there. It's healthier, believe it or not. There's people that are like, that can't be, but it's true. It's healthier than shortening or butter. And it's a little, you can find it at a Hispanic market. If you don't have a Hispanic market near you, then you can absolutely use softened butter. That's 3/4 a cup, which is 6 ounces, or you could use shortening. It's still going to give you that flaky crust that we're looking for.
Yes.
But the pork lard is just so loaded with flavor and so good.
Yes, and I'm going for like a wet sand texture right now.
Yes.
You can tell from my fingers that it's getting a little wet sand. Look at that, you guys. All right, so I've got wet sand here. Is that good, Chris?
That's good, yeah.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
You're doing it. I mean, again, you got to remember, if the Loon can do it, it's no problem.
Anyone can do it. All right, so now I'm going to build a well in the middle of this bowl. Well, and I'm going to put that egg mixture in there. Hold on, let me get all cleaned up. Okay. There we go. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Why don't you do that for me?
Okay, I'll do that for you. So now we're just going to put that in.
You're going to do it all, or just
no? We're going to
do
about 3/4. You want to do about 3/4 of it, because if you need a little more, you'll have it on hand. But usually 3/4 of this mixture is going to be just what you want, and it's going to feel really wet at first. But as you work that dough, it'll become, you're doing okay. I know
Oh
it makes-
gosh, I'm nervous, y'all.
Don't be nervous. He insisted on doing this today, and I said, okay, let's do it.
Did I really insist?
You did. I recorded it. I can show it to you later.
Look at that. All right, it's doing it.
You're doing it. It's coming together.
It's doing it.
It's what they call, it's
y'all.
what you call a shaggy dough.
Look at that.
And then you're okay.
All right, you
just
ready?
keep on
Can I
going. Yeah.
put it out there?
Yeah. Now you don't want to. Oh, you do not want this to be too floury, meaning a lot of excess flour. Then you're not going to get that really flaky, delicious crust that we're after. So we don't even have flour on our
surface
on our counter. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, you're good.
Wow, y'all.
Don't be nervous.
I know. I'm
He's so
nervous.
He's so nervous. Now you just start working it with the palm of your hands. You're just kneading it, and you don't want to over knead it. You're only going to
I got
knead.
2 minutes. I got to knead this.
Yeah, you just knead it for just 2 minutes. If you over knead it, then it's going to be tough and chewy, and you don't want that.
Wow.
So let's go for 2 minutes.
All right.
That looks fantastic.
Y'all,
You did it, Wesley.
I'm sweating.
Oh, please.
I'm so nervous about this.
You did great. That's a beautiful.
This is a big job. Empanada dough.
No, it's not a big job. So now we cook this till the beef is no longer pink. Now you're wrapping
I'm going to wrap this up. Just
it's real important you need some chill time for both the dough and for the meat. But while we're doing this, while this is simmering, I'm going to add some flavoring now. We've got 2 tablespoons of smoked paprika. I'm using Spanish smoked paprika, which is just flavorful and delicious.
Oh,
this is
so good.
That was 2 tablespoons. This is a tablespoon of ground cumin. For a little kick, I'm going to do a ½ a teaspoon of red pepper flakes. If you don't want any spice, then you can just omit that. I'm going to add a nice healthy heaping of salt. I'm going to do a teaspoon and a half and a teaspoon of black pepper. Oh my gosh, smell that already?
Oh, I'm going to put this in the fridge.
Yeah.
While that's cooking.
That's right. So that's fantastic. Now we are ready.
Look at that.
Ready to go. So now what has to happen, like we said, because it's good and juicy, because we've got that rendered grease in there, we need to let it cool, and it needs to really congeal. You do not want to put it, for multiple reasons, you do not want to put it in your dough yet. It would be too hot for the dough, and you want it to be really nice and cold. So this is a ½ a cup of scallions that I had chopped, and I'm stirring that in right now. Okay, so now
Oh, I'm ready for you.
we're going to put this in the fridge for two hours. You take this.
That is the juiciest of meat, y'all.
I know.
Especially since you didn't take out the fat. Here, let's do this.
We're going to transfer this to a baking sheet that we can stick in the fridge and let completely cool. And that's, like I said, that's going to congeal, and then it's going to make, when we fold it into the empanada dough, and then we bake it, it's going to be perfect.
That paprika.
I know, it's ridiculous.
I'm dying.
Okay,
I'm dying.
So now we need.
I need an empanada.
You need to let this go chill for 2 hours. An hour at the least, but 2 hours is better. And the dough should at least have an hour or 2 hours. And then we bring it all together.
Yes.
Okay, we are ready to make some empanadas.
I know,
love
it's
it.
about time.
It's so much fun. Okay, so we've been letting these all chill for a couple hours. You see the meat is
It's chili.
It's chili. It's gotten congealed and it feels good.
Yes.
This dough is great. So what I'm going to do is we're going to, just to make this a little easier, I'm going to cut this into a couple of pieces, and then we're going to roll it out. So I'm going to just lightly flour my surface here. I got my bench scraper here. I'm just going to cut this. You could do this with a knife. I'm going to give this back to you. If you could put
in the fridge.
Really important. Wesley's going to show you a really fun technique of crimping the edges.
I had to practice.
He practiced and he got it down, and he's going to share it with you. But what's really important is you want to keep your dough chilled. So that's why he just put that back in the refrigerator.
Yes.
So now I've got this dough.
You're going to roll out a few with that big old piece of dough.
I am. And so we'll talk about the different sizes. In Argentina, the empanadas tend to be smaller, like about 5 inches in diameter.
Right.
And they're like a fabulous appetizer.
But at Chris and Wesley's house.
The Loon way,
we're going 6 inches right
we need bigger. You could even do 7 inches if you want. But I'm going to roll this out.
We're stuffing it.
Yeah, we're going to stuff it good. And we want to get this nice and thin. You're going to want to go to about 1/8 of an inch. And I'm using my roller here, so a rolling pin makes that much, much easier. You could probably use like an empty wine bottle if you don't have a, if you don't happen to have
Which
a rolling
in our
pin.
earlier days, I think you did.
We did. Oh yeah. I mean, you use whatever you got to, make it happen. So anyway, we're gonna keep rolling.
Y'all, empanadas are they are.
Tell the story that you were going to tell about when we were in New York City and we went to an Argentinian restaurant.
Yes, it was before we were going to see Ellen. We're dating ourselves. Ellen DeGeneres' first.
Well, it wasn't her first. It was kind of like her comeback.
Her comeback, and she was just married Anne Hayes.
She was doing stand-up.
Yes, and we went to this Argentinian restaurant. And
it was in the Upper West Side of New York City.
So amazing, but we had some sangria, and
Wesley has the smallest bladder in the history of the world.
On the planet. And so, HBO is filming this concert. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
So I'd use whatever you can to make a circle. This is the lid to a pot, and
Yes.
like we said, it's 6 inches. So what I'm going to do, I'm interrupting your story for just a second.
I'm almost done.
Yeah.
Well, that's it, basically.
Well, no, you got to tell what happened.
Yeah. Well, I had to go to the bathroom.
So
for
did
2
you
hours.
say HBO was filming?
So I couldn't get up.
He couldn't get up.
I couldn't go to the bathroom. So I sat there in agony for about 2 hours.
Yeah.
And I don't remember the concert because I was concentrating on that, until after we watched it on HBO. Anyway, there we go. That's it.
That was the story. Anyway.
Y'all,
Okay.
look at that.
So now you're going to build it.
Yes, I'm going to build it.
And I'm going to continue doing this over here while you're doing that.
And I'm going to use about 3 tablespoons of meat. Usually in Argentina, they're not this big, so you wouldn't use this much meat.
Yeah.
But, oh, wow, Chris. This is nice. Oh,
So
look
now
at that.
what you're going to do, while he's doing that, we're going to keep these separated by some parchment paper that I've got here. Again, keeping them nice and chilled is going to make what he's getting ready to do so much easier.
Yes.
And
Now I put the meat on, and now I'm going to add some green olives, just some crumbled green olives.
So green olives is such a great. You can do I've seen raisins,
And I'm
all
gonna add
kinds
some
of
egg, some
that's
chopped egg.
hard-boiled egg that we chopped up. Whatever you like, but those are great flavor accompaniments to go with that.
And now
meat.
I want to use some water just so that I can seal this.
That's
I'm gonna
super
go
important.
all the way around.
So what I did was I got the scraps left over. You don't want to waste any of this dough, and I'm just rolling this out again. So I think I can get another couple out of this.
Y'all, I am just tucking it in here, nice, making sure everything stays inside.
Wesley's got this down. Obviously.
No, it's the pressure.
No. You're good at it. So.
And now I'm going to just seal it. Now that I've put some water on there, I'm going to seal it tight. Tight.
Yes.
All right, hold on, y'all. Now comes the exciting part, which I'm so nervous about.
Don't be nervous. You got it.
I'm nervous.
Even if it's not perfect, who cares? They're so delicious. He's nervous about his little crimping style.
Yeah, my braid.
His braid, if you will.
My Argentine braid.
I think I can get one more out of this.
All right, I'm gonna go for it, you guys. All right, so I've got this. I'm gonna do a twist, and I'm gonna press. It's called a twist and pressed, I like to call it.
He's going to copyright that.
Twist and press. So you see that? I am twisting, and when I press it, it leaves a little braid.
A little
Look
braid.
at that. Look
It's
at that, you
beautiful, and that's
guys.
classic.
And you get a rhythm going. Look at that.
Yeah. So now, obviously, if you don't want to do that, or if you have trouble doing that, I have to reiterate this. Doing that makes it so much easier when your dough is chilled.
And if you want to practice, get some Play-Doh.
Because you have to remember, your hands are going to be warm. Yeah, Play-Doh is good. Your hands are going to be warm, so it's going to make that lard or that butter that you've got in the dough really soft.
Twist and press. Twist and press. Twist and press. There we go. Look at that, you guys. I'm almost done. Oh,
that is gorgeous, Wesley.
This is nerve-wracking, but it's good. Look at that. And then I seal it at
Such
the end,
pressure.
seal it there, and
There you go.
Y'all,
That's an empanada.
that is an empanada.
Okay, so now I've used up almost all of my dough here for this batch, and we're going to refrigerate that and do the remaining dough that we've got and fill those, and then we're getting real close.
I'm gonna crimp my butt off right now.
Wesley, these are beautiful. You did such a good job.
They're like little French braids.
They are. So
Argentine
I don't know
empanada.
if we mentioned, if you don't want to do that, which is perfectly fine, just get a fork and just crimp those edges, and it seals them, and that's super easy and still just as beautiful.
But I have a sense of accomplishment once I.
You do. It does make you feel like you've accomplished something. Okay, so now what we've got here is we're just brushing these with an egg wash, and that is 1 egg that I mixed with about a tablespoon of water. And what this does is it just helps. You want to get that beautiful golden,
shiny
hue on your empanadas, and you're just going to do the top. Get them nice and try to do it even so you don't get weird streaks. But again, who cares?
It's just going right into your belly.
And these are stuffed nicely.
Thank you.
You did such a good job. These are so much fun to make. I mean, they're just, I don't know. They're making pastries and things like this is just so satisfying. And then when you eat them, oh my
I
stars.
probably put too much egg wash.
No, that's good. I'd rather too much than too little because you want them to get that golden. Okay, I've got our oven preheated to 400.
Wow, y'all, look at that.
400 degrees Fahrenheit. We're going to let these go for about 20 to 25 minutes until they're golden, and then we're golden.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, they smell so good. All right, they've been going.
I'm dying.
I know. I'm so excited. Look at them. Look at them.
Those are empanadas. Look at that, y'all.
So just lightly golden. So this one seeped a little bit. That happens. It's no big deal.
Seepage is fine.
You get a little seepage. Now these are gorgeous. These went 25 minutes, and so now they are really hot. So we would love to dig into them, but we need to let those juices kind of redistribute.
Just a second.
Just a second. We're going to let them rest for a few minutes, and then we're going to devour them.
Yes.
Look at that plate of beauty.
I can't even. I think they're still a little warm.
They're hot, but that's okay.
Yeah, I can't wait any longer.
I know.
Look at that.
So beautiful. And it's just so
don't let me do that.
I know. I'm
crack it. Oh, and look at that lovely braid.
I know. You did a really good job. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so excited. We love empanadas so much. They are just so, I don't know, they're just so delicious. I think I love them because they're kind of like a taco, but yet they've got that breading. It's just amazing.
All right, stop talking.
Stop talking.
Hold on.
Stop
I'm gonna
talking
break this
and eat.
open.
Yep.
Ooh, it's warm, Chris. Oh, I gotta use my digits. My digits are.
Wow.
Oh.
There's some egg. There's some Spanish olives.
Oh, and that's
flaky. You want that flaky crust, guys.
Look at that. Chris, could you put a little chimichurri on mine? Because
absolutely.
I don't want to.
So we have a recipe for our homemade chimichurri, and that just takes it over the top. I'm going to just go without the chimichurri.
Really?
Well, because I want to enjoy just the empanada. Oh my gosh.
Well,
that's the real deal. You guys.
I have to
Say it.
I wasn't an empanada fan.
He
for years.
He wasn't.
I was like, empanadas, just give me like a fruit pie. But it's the real deal, and it's pretty amazing. And I love that there's the egg and the.
It's the combination. That flaky crust is just so delicious. And then, to do it really Argentine style, get that juicy filling. It's not greasy tasting. It's amazing how it just.
This crust is amazing.
I love it so much.
Crust is amazing.
Yeah.
This is
Okay, I'm ready for it.
1,000,000,000% Luna proof. It's so good. It's meat in a crust.
That's
an egg.
Good stuff. All right, you guys, you gotta make empanadas. Candy, you requested it. It's so funny, it was already on our list to do. So we love you guys. We love you so much. Make empanadas, it'll make everyone happy. Especially.
I'm happy.
All right, bye everybody, we love you.